So as you can see, we have a special guest on with us today, ladies. And so I'm just going to do a little preface of like, why this, why now? I think that's a little obvious, but, and then I'll have Dr. Shanna just introduce herself briefly, and then we'll get into some like breath work, which I'm so excited about. So again, I'm thinking about our crew so intentionally right now, like, because we are all going through a lot of changes. And so above and beyond, our programming and our support, I just want to be intentional of providing any extra tools that we need to continue to be successful, not only as we're going through this program, but also as we're navigating schedule changes and changes of routines. And yesterday I was listening to kind of a State of the Union address in regards to the coaching industry, in regards to the market at large, and like for the next 12 months, obviously this was this guy's opinion, right? But he's very successful financial background and has a good grasp on just the market right now as a whole. And I would love to, maybe if you guys are interested, I'd love to share that with you, because I believe it's pertinent to all of us, maybe on our Monday training. So if that's something that interests you, like how is this going to shake out? How can I prepare for this even the next 12 months? I can share that. But one of the things that he said that was so interesting, he kind of gave 6 points of like, how do we, not living in fear, but how do we just partner with the reality of this season right now, to continue to add value to ourselves, continue to be well, and not let the financial scare or reality of the virus knock us off guard. And the first thing that I said is like, create a bulletproof daily routine. Like, it's a non-negotiable to create a daily bulletproof routine, because a lot of our routines are being thrown off. Life looks a lot different. There's a lot of fear, and on and on. And I thought that was so interesting, because number one, that's one thing that we already talked about in the program, in the foundations. There's a whole like AM, PM routine. And these are when things get turned up a little bit in our life. Like, these are the times where we really have an opportunity to go back to the basics. And I don't know about you, but I have to hear something like 100 times, sometimes from like 100 different people, until it starts to finally sink in and become part of my DNA. And this whole idea of mindful living is such an essential part of a fruitful life, but it's so easy to override because we're consumed with the task or the reality of what's happening around us. And so I think it's really good today to almost like do this together. And I think when Dr. Shanna starts, we can turn off our video so we can like really be present and not worried about what we're looking like. And there's no one, I don't know if you listened to our podcast interview with Dr. Shanna, because we tell the story and we go into this deeper. If you haven't, that'd be a great listen for you, especially this weekend, to let this sink in even more. But Dr. Shanna is someone who really opened up my eyes to the power of mindfulness and what this actually looks like in the past several years. And so I wanted to bring her on because she's someone who lives and breathes this, who teaches this, who closest person I know personally that is qualified to really lead us through. So she's going to lead us through a 20 minutes breath work and meditation. And then we can open it up for any Q&As to just in regards to like, okay, practically, what does this look like in my life? If you have any lingering questions or feedback, we can get into that a little bit. So Dr. Shanna, do you just want to, hello, welcome to the Well Intensive. Oh, sorry. So you're unmuted, or you're muted. Can you unmute yourself? There we go.
Okay. Hi everyone. Okay, so the question, tell them a little bit about myself.
Yeah.
I'm a chiropractor by trade, but I do holistic healthcare. What ended up happening is I was doing personal training and chiropractic and body work. And then I moved into nutrition, because nutrition is obviously, like, you can't help people's physical body without nutrition. And then I realized that really, at the end of the day, people's stress levels and their mind-body connection dramatically impacts their physical body and even their levels of inflammation. So I moved into that. I'm a certified meditation instructor, and I do, with God's help, mind-body healing with my patients. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have a clinic.
Yeah, I have a wellness center and office in Coon Rapids, so in the North Metro. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So
Would you mind if I started with a prayer? Is that okay? Is
great.
that okay with everyone? Okay.
Thumbs
I
up.
just, if I do any mind body healing anything, it always works way better just to start with a prayer. So let me just do that quick. Sorry, I have a little frog in my throat. And then I'll probably just roll right into the meditation. And I want to just be mindful of time too. So about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So we
Yep.
can, yeah, so we can turn off your video or not, right?
Um,
But
no, let's turn off video.
yeah.
We'll try it. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. If I can.
So the bottom.
Okay. We're all good here? Okay. So, Father in heaven, we are so deeply grateful for our lives. We're so deeply grateful for all of the blessings that we have received from you. I just desperately ask for your help and guidance during this breathing and relaxation meditation, that you could guide us and work through us, that we could even have more understanding or clarity or peace, love, contentment, all the fruits of the Spirit in our lives during this stressful time. So help us, guide us, be with us. We ask all of these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so just going to have you guys shut your eyes and settle into wherever you're at. My rule is that I want you to be comfortable. So, relaxing into where you're at, as you start relaxing from the very top of your head, your scalp, your face, your neck, your shoulders, even the rest of your body, settling into the couch or the chair that you're in. Now, when I start my meditations, I like to have us all call our name to ourselves, just using your brain. Call your name to yourself to help you start returning back to present time, back to the now. A lot of times we are in the past, or we're in the future, or we're trying to fix a problem even in the present, but we're not in our bodies, and we're not here, aware, body aware, mindful. So with that, calling your name to yourself, returning your mind, your consciousness back to your body, so you're here right now, sitting in your chair. And with that, if you could start deepening and lengthening your breathing. I always breathe in through my nose, out through my mouth, because on my exhales, I use it intentionally to start releasing more stress. But in your own comfort, you could breathe in through your nose, out through your nose, in through your mouth, out through your mouth, whatever really resonates with you during this session of breath work. Now, bringing even more of your attention to a deep and controlled inhale. As you inhale in, relaxing your diaphragm, the big muscle under your ribs, under your lungs, where a lot of emotional stress and tension is held. And as the minutes go by, as the breaths go by, each breath should get deeper and deeper and longer and longer. Softening your diaphragm, dropping it down towards the floor, softening the ribs in the back, softening the ribs under your shoulder blades in the back, between your shoulder blades in the back, even under your shoulder blades, softening your ribs on your sides, and even sliding around to the front, softening your ribs in the front, your chest, releasing and relaxing even your sternum, your breastbones, your clavicles, and up into your shoulders. Intentionally opening your physical body even more to allow for a deeper and elongated inhale. Remembering that the lungs expand like balloons, really in every direction. So your abdomen expands, your front expands, and your back expands as you take a deeper breath. And then exhaling out. Now, with these exhales, if you could start intentionally releasing some of the physical stress, some of the psychological stress, whether it's work, friends, family, whatever stress that you are holding today, anxiety, worry, with that exhale, just force it out of your body or allow it to come out with the exhale. So with each exhale, you're releasing more and more psychological, emotional, physical stress. And I don't know about you, but I came into this meditation pretty stressed out. I feel like some of us were working in fifth gear, that we are just pedal to the metal. Now, with these exhales and with this release of stress, if you could even bring your stress level, I'm going to try to downshift you from fifth gear to fourth gear. Releasing and relaxing even more stress as you go down from fourth gear to third gear. Allowing peace to enter into your heart, allowing peace to enter into your soul. As you shift from third gear to second gear, releasing more of your own stress, allowing God's peace, allowing God's love, allowing God's light and comfort to enter even more deeply into your soul, into your spirit, into your body, as you shift down from second gear into first gear, releasing more of your fear, allowing faith to come into your body and infiltrate you at a very deep cellular level. Dropping even more stress into the ground, evaporating it into the atmosphere or releasing it with your breath. And lastly, we're going to downshift from first and just allow yourself to slide right into neutral, relaxing into God's arms, relaxing into Jesus's arms, having faith and allowing yourself the comfort allowing yourself the faith, allowing yourself the comfort of God's direction and his hand in your life and in the lives of others. Just feeling yourself relax into their arms. Now, while you're here, your mind, your consciousness is in your physical body, allowing your spirit to relax, allowing your body to relax. Now, the healing happens as we allow ourselves to stay for a length of time in this space. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to just stay here, allowing your mind to relax. I should say this, if there's any emotions that well up inside of you, or if you start feeling anything come up from inside of you, feel it. Allow yourself to feel it, allow yourself to name it, and wonderfully, those feelings start to dissipate. Allowing yourself to return again to your breath work, to your breathing. Now, if your mind is starting to get the best of you, and it's starting to think about your to-do list or your things that you're stressed out about again, just gently take note of it and return again to that breath work. Allowing yourself to concentrate on a deep inhale, relaxing your ribs, relaxing your diaphragm with a slow, controlled inhale and a pause at the end of that inhale and a slow, controlled exhale. Bringing your focus again, always back to the breath. You guys are doing amazing right now. Your mind is in your body as you're allowing yourself to calm down your neurology, your thoughts, your spirit, enjoying this yummy place of blissful contentment, allowing yourselves to relax into faith and trust and calm and contentment. I'm going to pull you out of this in about 5 to 7 breaths. So really, really enjoy them, imprinting on yourself what this state feels like, knowing that whenever you want to, you can return back to this place. And in fact, you should return back to this place several times a day. And the peace and the faith and the love and the contentment that is in your spirit right now should stay with you as we come out of this meditation, so that your energy and your spirit affects those around you, so that your energy and your spirit affects your family and the other people you come in contact with, so that the work you've done here and the peace that you've regained here helps heal the world. So as you start taking the last couple breaths, as we come out of this, the first thing that moves are your toes, your legs, your fingers, your body. And the last thing that should come back, the last thing that should open are your eyes as you start coming back to reality, but maintaining the sense of peace and calm and faith and contentment, as if you are still in God's arms, even though you're back to reality. Good job, you guys.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Shanna.
Yeah. My husband, halfway through he walked in and he's driving his four-wheeler around. Can you hear that? Could you hear that? Oh, thank goodness. Oh. But that's what happens during meditation. So you get a little distracted, then you just come back.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Here Cassidy and my husband, or I'm sorry, my daughter and my husband are jamming in the living room too. But it was almost a gift to go through this with that distraction, because the reality of life is, how do we do this? So thank you so much for your gift, Dr. Shanna. It's just something that you operate so strongly in, and it's such a gift to everyone else. So I want to respect your time too, because it's Saturday afternoon, and in our podcast interview, we talked a lot about this stuff in depth. So I feel like that will answer a lot of the questions we might have. But maybe we can just all go around and share one takeaway from this time. Is that okay with Kristen?
Oh yeah. I don't have anywhere to